Hello everyone, I am Civ Extraordinaire and welcome back to where we last left off with the Victor OpenDev. This is episode 3 and last episode we managed to construct this beautiful astronomy house as the Babylonians, and we're just about to finish wrapping up our war with the Olmecs as we capture their capital, and we were doing quite a bit of damage. I think we were also looking to expand to the south and possibly take over some Harappan territory, but that may have to be put on the back burner because we are developing this city over here for Babylon. I think it should be complete in about 6 turns, so it is taking a bit longer than the Lucy OpenDev, but I'm still excited to see how this game progresses. So let's get right into the episode and try to get some peace negotiations through with the Olmecs. I keep confusing them with the Harappans, but the Olmecs are actually aesthete, and they have a few differences. I don't know if we can spot their colossal heads here yet. But they do have some very interesting designs here because they are Mesoamerican. The Harappans, on the other hand, while they do have some growth bonuses, they're more purely focused on exploration and growing a super huge capital. So I think this is the Olmec symbol, and we wanted to resolve our war here. So did we want to give some territory? We could actually force surrender. I didn't notice this in the last episode, but we can go for a white peace and just immediately give them back their capital. But it's costing a bit too much for them to become a vassal, so I think we just want to take our reparation money, and I think that goes down the longer we hold them hostage. So let's just go ahead and take their money and then try to rush some development here. All right, and now we have peace, so I think I'm fine with that option actually. I did want to see how we progress here, and I also wanted to capture this island over here. So I'll see if we can do that, because I am a bit worried that the Olmecs may go over here and try to expand just a little bit. So I'm also concerned about the Harappans though, because they are improving these resources, and I think I wanted to actually go ahead with this territory and try to improve some of these resources. That is a unique feature with the Olmecs. Not the Olmecs, with Humankind actually, and Outposts, is that unlike Civ 6 where you have to settle a city, you can actually capture a region because this isn't entirely hex-based, or at least similar to the Civilization 6 gameplay, and they encourage at least expanding your frontiers first and then later developing them into cities instead of automatically settling cities. So we have Artisans' Quarters and we have a copper mine we could go for, so I think I want to go for the copper mine first, get some production up, and then maybe we can go for an Artisan's Quarter next. Okay. So once we're done with that, we might even buy this copper mine out thanks to all the excess gold we have from our war there. Is that 818? That is quite a lot. So let's just buy this out. And that is going to give us some interesting science and food to work with. And that automatically was sold to the, I think the Nubians. So they're up to the northeast. And I think we could also get a harbor too. Ooh, that would be -10 stability. Do we have any food bonuses here? I don't know if harbors still give food. They did in the Lucy OpenDev, but it might be a bit different here. Regardless, I don't think we need a harbor yet anyway. But we could relocate our outpost while we're at it. And then go for the Artisan's Quarter. I'm not going to go ahead and keep building that Artisan's Quarter. Or I'm going to do that actually. But I'm not going to go ahead and buy some gold with that, or buy it with some gold. So this city is almost done. I don't think we can buy it out. No, we can't. We could in the other OpenDev, but we can't here. So I think in the meantime, since we are at peace, I want to send my guys over to the north and put down an outpost. We have a little bit more freedom now, so I think that's fine. And we may even connect this territory to this city here. So these guys want some more free trade. I'm fine with that. We have freed their regions from the Olmec tyranny, so we'll have to see if the Harappans prove to be a juicy target next. Okay. World deed unlocked. Sacred Ground. Interesting. I'm wondering how close we are to the next era. We do have 3 stars, so I think that really just depends on how able we are. I don't think anyone has actually unlocked that first, but I've heard the AI has been a bit more aggressive, so we are converting people to our religion, though, and that is a very good sign. Okay, because I do not like having to convert to other people's religions. That's just me. But let's see. Is there any good spot here? I want to turn on my yields. There we go. No, there we go. Okay. So our yields here is just gonna help us a little bit with determining. There's a little peninsula too, with determining how our cities can function here. I think it could be a good idea to build an outpost here, maybe. And we do have enough influence for that. Just because I'm thinking there's a good crater here, and there's also some available resources here. The game is recommending here too, just because we have some more food to work with. I'm fine with that personally. Okay, we can go ahead and build an outpost there, and then claim this territory for ourselves. We have just enough influence. Looks like it costed 80 to build that, so that's fine with me. And then maybe we even claim this little island over here too in the future. But I think the Nubians are planning on claiming this territory of Mimosa, so I'm fine with that, unless it's been claimed by an independent tribe. That might actually be the case. Interesting. There's also Lake Baikal over there. Okay, so we have our turn here, and I think we'll just keep our scouts stationed here, just in case. Though I'm curious about the land over here. If there's even more territory. No, there isn't. This looks like the end of the peninsula. So there is still a lot of land that we can work. I think that I'm fine with the territory size right now. It's decent. I guess you could say it's not too big. I think the Lucy OpenDev territories were a lot bigger. There's just some observation I've made. But our capital is doing quite well, and I think we could go for even a holy site soon. The stone rings, as they are called. Even an artisan's quarter, maybe. Though I was thinking about we could maybe do the Kume, just because of these interesting river formations. We do have a few of them right here and over here, and I think even maybe over here. That's Lake Baikal, but still, we could have some interesting river formations to play around with. Just some food for thought, and we might even want to get a public fountain if we run into stability issues later on. Though a Sabu Sakashtu wouldn't be a bad idea if we wanted to play around with Babylon's unique units. And we could even get a Maker's Quarter. Though I think in the meantime, I do want to quickly speed up and buy out this Farmer's Quarter because we have so much food to play around with. And then I might even go with another quarter for the Babylonian Unique Science District, if I can get that. I don't know if it's one per city, but that +7 science is really going to help us out. And speaking of which, I do want to move these guys to food because I am getting extra science from the farmers, I believe, thanks to the astronomy house here. So can we even build another astronomy house? I don't know if we can. I'm not really seeing the option here, which is very weird. So it might be maybe like Civ 6 where there's unique districts and it's just one per district. And if that's the case, that is going to be a bit unfortunate, but I think we might want to go ahead with a Maker's Quarter and kind of surround and cluster this astronomy house. Though it might not be a bad idea to get another Artisan's Quarter for this luxury here. Okay, let's just buy that out too. And we do have an Aerostar. I think that's for improving luxuries. But we do have 4 now, so we are just a little bit closer to ascending to the classical age. Alright, and speaking of which, I do want to get something out with the settlement over here as the Babylonians. If this turn ends, seems like the turns are getting longer and longer. But I have noticed the AI seem to be a little bit better at city building now. Just with observing some other placements here. Okay, that was a long turn. But we do have a new civic option available, and it looks like the Nubians keep buying our luxuries here. Very interesting. Though we are making a pretty penny, +25 per turn. I think it was +15 like the last Let's Play, so we are, or the episode, so we are rapidly expanding. Though the Nubians do want open borders, and I'm fine with that, as long as they don't build any outposts near our territories. So, oh, it does look like they're building an outpost here, though. Interesting. Okay, I'm fine with that. As long as it's not right next to my capital, that should be okay. Alright, so you guys don't really have anything else to do. I think I might station these guys over here and see if I can explore this island. And if not, that will be unfortunate, but I'm okay so far with the current situation. So we have the growing faithful. The Empire's religion grows more and more followers. What is that? Tuning? Coming. Oh, okay. It's kind of hard to read with the backdrop here. Coming into the faith every day. Some practice their beliefs through ceremonies led by priests, while others guide their own worship. It is time to give blessing. All right. So we have another civic point, and we do get something like procession. Spends money in order to increase stability, and this modifies religious district industry cost by 10%. Personally, we haven't built any religious sites, so I'm fine with that, though I want to see some of the other options for the civics here. We have legitimacy, applying celebrating status on new cities. That would actually help us just a bit, though I want to see what does army composition do. Okay, we had this last episode, and since I'm not at war right now, I may be in the near future, but since I'm not at war right now, I do want to go with legitimacy and get celebrating, since it does provide increased stability, which is going to be helpful since we have a city coming up like in the next turn over in whatever this region is called. Okay, so I think that should be... Okay, the actual... It's going to be in 2 turns. But, who are these people? Babylonian rebels. That is interesting. We should probably send some scouts over here then. But I didn't even know we had rebels. Okay. Then we should probably send some warriors over. If we can even get them over here. I don't know why they're still sitting in that city, but let's get these guys back and try to get them out of harm's way there. Okay, these guys also, we don't have the option to build another astronomy house just yet. Maybe that's because of stability. Still a lot of stability, I'm not too sure. But I think I want to get maybe something like, what is this, +2 influence on main plaza. I think stoneworks wouldn't be a bad idea. Do we have that many rocky fields? We do have some over here, so that actually would not be a good bad idea. Let's go ahead and get stoneworks, and then we can save some money to buy out something later for this outpost over here. All right, and we have a world deed. We discovered writing, so I think we're a bit closer. Okay, we haven't earned another arrow star. We just got a world deed, but we are close to getting some aesthete stars, and I think some builder stars. That is a bit further away. Looks like we're close to merchant stars too. Interesting. We just need to earn some more money. We have the wheel, and we have new technology with hydrology. Okay, I think that comes into our ability because this is definitely a classical era tech. If we can just see here with the tech screen. So I'm really loving this artwork, but I think we want to prioritize something like the wheel first. And then, of course, because we are a scientific civilization or culture, we can go and we can research text in the classical era, or the era after our era to be more specific. That's just part of our affinity. So let's end our turn, and we are just 1 turn away from turning this into a city. Oh, we just turned it into a city this turn. So I think just because of that, we want to immediately place this astronomy tower down. Or maybe see some of the farming quarters and how they work here. Okay, +2, +3. Not particularly too good here. I don't know if we have that many good locations for some food here. Though it could be interesting if we placed an astronomy tower down here. That would be +2 food. +2 food. Okay, it always provides a base +2 food. And then maybe we could get some farming quarters over here. And see how that turns out. Okay, let's just see here. What is our best farming quarter? Looks like +3 here. Though I don't know if I want to chop that forest down. Maybe we could even put a maker's quarter down first. Yeah, that would be pretty damn nice. +7. I think we'll grab that. Buy that out immediately. And then that can help us expand and get some early production up. Maybe we can even go with a artisan's quarter here and buy that out. So now that we've done that, let's go and try to get some farmer's quarter down. I don't know if I get some synergy from this. Yeah, this doesn't exactly look like the most fertile land here, so maybe we can go with the, I don't know, it's +4. Maybe I can get that and then expand over here and possibly link the region, and then place down the astronomy tower there. Anyhow, I think we're fine here growing that city. It should be good. And then we might even make the time to place down another astronomy tower and really make use of the Babylonians' unique quarter there. Anyhow, our warriors are just returning. I don't know if we want to get in a scrap with these guys, but they might choose to fight us anyway. We are quite wounded, so I hope that doesn't happen, but just in case, I do have some scouts over here to help even the battlefield. Quite literally. We do have a new event, a Game of Prophecy. These events seem to be popping up every 20 or so turns. So interesting to see how they are kind of progressing. I don't know if this is a follow-up event. I have had those happen. But a Game of Prophecy with the Empire thriving, a new game hailing from a foreign land beguiles the population. Everywhere you go, the distinctive game board and pieces catching your eye. Insisting on a public demonstration, you play the game under instruction in your palace court. But the event has a sting to the tail. The game is reckoned to be a form of divination as well as entertainment. All right, I'm really twisting my tongue here, but as well as entertainment. Ooh, okay, I accidentally clicked away. Apparently, right-click gets rid of these events, but the game is reckoned to be a form of divination as well as entertainment. Gasps could be heard as the game's prophecy became clear. You are faced to lose everything. What will you do? Well, first of all, I probably shouldn't have played that stupid game. But I don't really want to lose science or money, so I guess I'll just overlook it and see how that plays out. But these events can be fairly interesting. I've had some that are like floods. Kind of change the outlook of the battle or the Empire. But speaking of battle, we do have these idiots who've decided to get into a scrap with us. So I guess we do need to take care of these rebels because they are our rebels. They are Babylonian rebels. So we might as well just get this over with and try to get some damage off first with our archer. So let's just send you back here. Send this swordsman up here. And I don't know if the scouts are going to join in our battle, but I'm fine with this deployment right now. And let's just end that. And they do have the initiative. Okay. So they did go for our archers first, unfortunately. I might have wanted to move them back just a bit more. But I think we'll go ahead and get these scouts out of the way. And I don't know if we can finish them off just yet. But that's probably a good idea to get these guys down to the lowest possible health. And looks like they're going to keep going after our archers. Interesting. Okay, so I don't think we're going to lose any units here, but those animations are kind of annoying to watch play out. But we might actually, I take that back, we might lose our archers here. Okay, depends on who they attack. Okay, they're going for our archers. Unfortunately, we did lose our unit there. But I think we'll win this battle. Okay. Just had some annoying rebels who I don't know where they popped up from. I think they might have came from San Lorenzo. But we did take care of them, and it's really weird that the scouts did not actually join in for that battle. Very, very weird. Anyhow, let's just send these guys over. I don't know where they want to explore. These guys are building an outpost over there, but I do want to claim that island. So I'll have to see how this plays out. Though I am interested in taking this outpost from the Harappans. So I guess I'll just station these scouts over here. And they should be fine there. I can't really upgrade them into warriors, so I'll move you back here. And we need to build up an army while we're waiting around. Okay, I'll put you over here to this outpost. You can guard that. And I think we have this whole territory region under our control. So that should be fairly good. And it looks like someone's actually already ascended to the classical era because someone claimed the Carthaginian culture. So I think we need to get onto that. And we have one more era star unlocked, so it's just one more until we progress. But we do have a competitive spirit era star. So when your empire is the first one to enter a new era, its opposite or its opponents unlock this era star category. Okay, so we have to catch up, I guess. So the catch-up category will passively grant you era stars. Okay, so this is basically just to help us out. I didn't expect to be beaten by the AI, but looks like we have one more era star we need to earn. And we were pretty close to the aesthete era star, though I guess merchant era stars, I guess they really kicked us out, kicked our asses here. Agrarian stars too. We just need one more pop for that, so I think we're like right on the cusp of ascending here. So I thought I automatically unlocked another era star. But we do have a religion here. And since we're pretty scientific, I don't think this would be a bad idea. But we want something that really is potent because we are kind of having I guess, a successful run with religion. We've already dominated most of the Olmec territory. So I don't know if we want something like be in harmony with nature. Smite unbelievers wouldn't be that bad of an idea. Let's just get that, because we do have some science with the Babylonian texts. And then we can also take a quick look at some of the next tenets here. We have like up to 4 to unlock, which is really, really nice. You can just customize your religion a ton. But we do have an offer from the Nubians here. We can share maps. I'm fine with that. They really want to be peaceful here. And they have ascended to the Carthaginians, interestingly enough. So they're going for a more... what is this? Niger? Okay, so I guess that's a wonder then. But these guys do want to be... I don't want to buy anything. These guys do want to be a bit more merchant-focused. Ooh. So, it looks like we have the Empire of Assur, and what is this? Mycenae. I don't know what that is, but it looks like... I don't recognize that symbol. But it is definitely a civilization. So, it looks like they have carved this little empire out for themselves, and there's some territory over here, and then the Assyrians are expanding out from there. Interesting. Looks like we have some kind of Pangaea continent. But there is some event here. Sons of the Father, the birth of writing has permitted word of your great deeds to be recorded and disseminated among your people. The text is really clear. It's hard to read. But it has also allowed a person's debts to be tallied. In the past, a person's debts died with them. Now they are inherited by their offspring. Okay, in the city of Sipar. Okay, so they strike these debts from the record. Interesting. So some immigration here. I guess I'm fine with that. We could give them a free just +2 population. And we have enough gold on that. So I'm perfectly fine with that. Let's just give them a huge early boost here. And I think we even got an era star from that. So I want to quickly buy, actually, see if I can buy some kind of district here. I don't know if I have the authority to do that quite yet. That's unfortunate. I couldn't make it out there just yet. But I am going to place down an astronomy tower here and see if we can kind of work that. In the meantime, I do want to go ahead and ascend because some of these cultures are going to be really competitive. As you can see, the Carthaginians have already grabbed one of these, or the Nubians, as they were. So we have 9 options here. The Persians, which are one of them, though we have expanded a ton already. So I don't know, we might as well take the time to look at these guys, and then I guess I'll call it an episode once we ascend. I am kind of partial to the Celts because the +2 food on district producing food is really going to tie in well with the astronomy towers. And then the Namaton also look to be pretty powerful. I'd love to capitalize on our faith production and kind of spread our religion. And then the Geisite, I think, unlock very early. And it'd be interesting to see how they go. The Greeks are also scientific, and that could continue our scientific legacy. Though, I don't know if I really liked playing them. I tried them out in the Lucy OpenDev, and they were a bit iffy with their Amphithatron. I don't know if I liked it too much. And then, of course, we had the Axumites with the Lucy OpenDev. They're pretty damn good at making money, but I don't think I like their passive bonuses too much. Just because I'm not too sure on how trade works here with Humankind. I don't think it's too well explained. I know you can trade resources, but I'm not too sure how to capitalize on that. And then we could ascend. I don't think I want to do that just for the sake of the Let's Play. We have the Romans. They're a bit more military focused. I wanted to go for a passive Let's Play. And then the Mayans, I guess, is the other culture aside with the Persians that I'm interested in. People kind of complained about the Mauryans, I think, in the Lucy OpenDev, since there were a huge lack of minor civilizations. I'm kind of seeing a lack of minor civilizations here just by looking at the map. I don't really see any of them, actually. So, interesting how that's working out. I think there was maybe one here, but they got wiped out. I'm not too sure. But I think we'll just go ahead and ascend this turn. And I'm kind of just conflicted between the Celts. I don't want to be militarist with the Goths or the Huns. Though they do have some interesting perks here. The Huns specifically can, like, hoard and accumulate really rapidly. But I did try the Mayans, I think, in the Nubian OpenDev, and I like them. Though, We do have a lot of territories. The Kuna could be pretty powerful. I think I might stick with the Celts, though, just because I want to try out the Nemeton and see how we can abuse that food. We do have some, I think, sizable cities, but I do want to quickly grow some of our outposts, so let's just go ahead and adopt them and see what we can do with the Nemeton. And we do have an interesting design here. I'm really loving the different clothing we have, as we can see here with the different affinities. I think the Goths have some really good clothes, too. You can see here. Ooh, I think that's the same. Okay. Anyhow, let's just go ahead with the Celts and adopt the culture.
As urban centers grow, both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggle to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability.
Loving these cinematics, very, very detailed. And we can see our cities are slowly upgrading. I really love that feature. And then, of course, we're keeping our astronomy house. I'm curious to see what is going on here. Give Gomaisa. Interesting. Did they demand that from us? I'm not too sure, but our symbol has not changed for the OpenDev, and it looks like our building was canceled for the astronomy tower, unfortunately. Though we do have the Nemeton unlocked, and I think that grants us additional food. Wow, that is a ton of food. That's just a lot of food. Wow. I think we can just go ahead and place this down immediately. I'm not too sure how the specifics of this district work. We get additional food per adjacent farmer's quarter, so we might want to prioritize that. Kind of synergizes well with the what is this? The astronomy house, though it can compete a bit. So I think we might go for the, what is this? Like plus 19. That's going to be some insane food mileage there. So let's just immediately go ahead and plop this down here and see if we can try to get this Nemeton out. And that's going to be how many turns? That's like 10 turns. We might just go ahead and sacrifice a pop, actually, and immediately build this just because we're getting some insane amounts of food, plus 10 food, and that's really just going to help us grow. So let's do that, and then the stoneworks are going to help us with our production, and I'm really loving the look of the Nemeton here. If we can just see really quickly. And turn our, what is this? There we go. The little grove there. I think they had those across England, but I'm not too sure on Celtic history, so if you guys want to brief me, I guess in the comments you can. But anyhow, I think this is going to be the end of the episode. We had a fairly interesting growing period here and trying to explore some of the districts, and we dealt with some rebels. But if you guys really like the episode, leave a like and subscribe. But I loved just checking out the very, very early stages of the classical era and seeing the Celts Nemeton, as well as trying to but failing to build a second astronomy house. We might even quickly, before we end the episode, develop another territory. I think it might be a good idea to possibly go ahead and relocate this border territory. I don't know what the best place would be, if they even have any recommendations. But maybe here would be a good idea. I don't think there's actually any recommendations at all for the territory relocation, so we're kind of free to do what we can. I think putting it in the very middle of the region is a good idea. Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead with that. We're next to several locations, so let's just go ahead and buy this out. And looks like it even kept some of the buildings over here. Interesting. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Civ Extraordinaire. See you guys later. But thank you guys for helping the series out, and I hope to see you guys later. All right, peace.